Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Chaffee. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. As we are watching the Arctic boundary getting ready to move on through, it's got hung up a little bit during the overnight, but it's making its push now into through easternmost Pennsylvania and about to move into western New Jersey. The very cold air is not too far away. So there's this very narrow band behind it, and we're talking really narrow, where we're seeing a little bit of snow. Here's the wider view, the northeast radar view as of 7 a.m. And you can see there's just basically it's a stick of precipitation that runs from southern Vermont down in through eastern and southeastern Pennsylvania and over Maryland and northeastern Virginia. Most of this is really rain, and it's just about reaching the coast. The precip is actually on the backside of the frontal boundary, and where we look at the temperatures there, we're seeing. And I've got these are 7 a.m. temperatures, and the local radar is overlaid on top of it. So you've got southwest winds ahead of it here in New Jersey and across Long Island and up into parts of southeastern New York. It actually kind of the boundary itself, at least the leading edge. We've got winds that have gone around to the north across northern New Jersey, and it's just somewhere down through here, past Lancaster, about to, as of 7 a.m. at least, getting ready to move in toward Philadelphia and eventually reaching the coast in the next couple of hours or so. And as far as the snow is concerned, when we take a look at some of these observations, it's a very, very small area that is actually seeing snow out of this. Just looking at some of these observations, it's at Wolf Pond in Pennsylvania, for example, it's 32. We're looking at 32 at Frankville, and you start to see some snow when you get up toward Scranton and Mount Pocono. Some of these observations reporting rather steady snow in a few places. I saw one station reporting moderate snow, but this also could be driven with elevation. Look, the bottom line is I'm just not impressed at all with this. It's just going to roll on through. Maybe it changes over to snow before it ends and you see a couple of, some snowflakes, but there's not going to be anything here of consequence as far as causing any issues at all, in my opinion. It's just going to do what it's going to do, and that's the end of it. So as far as areas that might see some snow, we're looking at a few counties in the northern and western parts of New Jersey, and maybe in parts of Orange and northernmost Rockland County, a couple of a couple of snow showers going through there, and then you start to get into some additional snow amounts when you move up into upstate New York. A lot of the numbers that you see back in western New York, this is all going to be lake effect driven today with the northerly winds and the cold air, and that to me is the big story here. Is the cold air that's coming behind this. We are going to see our temperatures slowly fall as we go through the day and go below freezing late sometime this evening. And then we're headed for record lows tonight in many locations in the teens. Even some of the warmer urban centers will get down close to 20 degrees. Records are going to go all over the place, not just from eastern Pennsylvania to southern New England, but clear down into Virginia, North Carolina, and back through Kentucky, Ohio, looking at single-digit readings in some places. I mean, this is really cold stuff here that we're dealing with. And also seeing very cold temperatures tonight across upstate New York, in New England, teens, and some single digits. And as far as how far south this cold gets, we're talking about temperatures in the 30s all the way down into the Florida Panhandle, and freezing temperatures down to the Florida Panhandle and into southeastern Louisiana. So this is extensive cold. And the other thing about this is tomorrow we're going to have record low high temperatures in a lot of places, which is, that really I think is a very good. It's one thing to take out a record low, but when you have the coldest daytime high you've ever seen for that particular day. That's pretty impressive in terms of the air mass. And we're seeing highs for tomorrow, upper 20s to low 30s. You get down into southern New Jersey, down into Delaware, Maryland, and northeastern Virginia. And then we're talking about temperatures topping out in the middle and maybe even a few upper 30s. Very, very cold for what will be November 13th. Now, as far as what is on the surface map this morning, you can see that the frontal boundary is just kind of right on top of us here. There's no real wrapped up deep low. It's a very, very flat wave that is going by. You get the front to come through, and then here comes all this cold air that is out to the west with this high that is sitting in Kansas this morning and going to be pushing to the east and pushing all this cold air eastward. So as far as the next several days are concerned, we are thinking that we're going to definitely see some moderation here on come Thursday, and that's going to probably come with a bit of an onshore flow. So that's going to create, I think, maybe some cloud issues. So here's our high that moves in for tomorrow. The core of the cold air, it moves up into northern New England and then moves out over Nova Scotia fairly quickly. A little bit of an onshore flow here on Thursday, so I think we'll get into some clouds. Then it looks like some kind of low is going to come out of the Gulf states and head for the southeast coast as we go into Friday, and shooting up rain up into Virginia. But that low is going to get kicked out pretty much to the east because there's nothing out there to force it to climb up the eastern seaboard. And we're going to have another cold front here, by the way. This is Friday night. We've got a cold front that's coming down from the north, almost like a backdoor cold front with some cold air. And that's going to slow the warm up as well because we're going to see colder temperatures again as we get into Saturday and into Sunday. So bottom line is we get what we get precip-wise this morning into this afternoon. It doesn't amount to much. And then in comes the cold air. Record lows for Wednesday morning everywhere from pretty much in much of the eastern U.S. Record lows in the morning, record low high temperatures in the afternoon, and then we're going to see that cold air mass start to moderate a bit. But if you're looking for above normal temperatures going back up into the 60s like we had yesterday, I think you're going to have to wait a while. All right, so we have a regular website post throughout the day. Check out the weather app, the Meteorologist Joe Chaffee weather app on Google Play and on the App Store, and Angry Ben's The Angry Weatherman on Google Play. Joe Rayo and I will do the Joe and Joe Weather Show again tonight on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. We had a really long show and a great show last night. We had a lot of fun. So take a look at that. It's on my YouTube channel, and we'll have a new one tonight at 7 o'clock. I'm sorry if I said 8 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock Eastern time on my YouTube channel. We'll see you later.